I might be one of those counselors who goes against social media, what they say. Like I told you that it's always good for parents to have a say in their child's career. And trust me, I hate it when people criticize Indian education system.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Jai Thakkar Show. Today we have Kanishka Thakur, ma'am. She has been brilliant in career counseling. The person whom I found one of the most intellectual person on the internet in terms of selecting careers and helping children. She has also interviewed stars like Pratik Gandhi, power couples like Abhi and Neo, influencers and entrepreneurs like Digital Pratik, Raj Shamani, and Divyanshu Damani. So, immense pleasure and honor to have you on the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. I mean, I'm honored to be here because I've loved the questions you asked when you joined my live session. And I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. So it's nice to connect with someone who is as intellectual who says that I am.
It's so humble of you. So, you talked about the live session where I joined, and there you said one of the most interesting thing which I found, because nowadays people are telling ki give students complete independence on selecting their own career paths, and because 10th standard and 12th standard boards are coming right now, and after boards they have to select, or I should say they had to narrow down to where they would like to go in the future in terms of their careers. And you said that parents should have an important say, if not the decision making right, but they should have an impactful and important say in deciding the child's career. So I would like to know more on that from where this idea came, and how should it be implemented.
Amazing. So basically, Jay, what I personally feel is that if a child is what, like 16 years of age to 18 years of age when they're in the 10th and 12th grade, how how much do they know the world? Or for example, how much do they know the scope? I know this might sound contradictory because I myself did not like when my parents were being pushy on me. Here, I do not talk about my, parents being pushy, but I'm talking about parents having a normal say uh, in their child's career. Now, let's take an example. If a child, for example, me, when I was like 17, 18 years of age, I was so passionate about literature. I just wanted to pursue literature. I just wanted to do arts. That's it. But I am realizing that because I like that subject. Okay. My parents knew my potential. They knew that, okay, since childhood, Kanishka has been multitasking. She knows what she's doing, and we know that she can pull it. Okay. At that time, I did not understand that. To be very honest, the idea of a double degree, it came from my mom itself. So she knew that I could pull it. And trust me, not even those 4 years of my life I've ever felt that, not even once in those 4 years of my life I've ever felt that, probably I've taken a wrong decision. My mom at times used to ask me that, have I like wronged you? Is there something that, keeps on haunting you since you're into engineering, you're into KK? I'm like, no, my overall development, dealing with people, uh, getting to know and getting things done on time management skills, it would not have been possible if I was just doing literature. So see, now, of course, this is not the case always. Now, there are some parents who are extremely pushy and they will not even listen to what the child wants to say. My parents were considerate enough that they, even though they were forcing me into engineering, they knew that, okay, we do not have to let her go of her literature, let her go of her arts. Okay. So, what I personally want to say in this is that parents know their child. They've seen them since the past 16 years. And we always say that our mistakes or our capabilities, even though we cannot realize it, people in front of us do. And
True.
who's a better judge than that? But just in case, even if there is a problem, it's always recommended that you visit a career counselor or your teachers. Why do I say that? Because
True.
your teachers are your first career counselors. They've seen you growing. I'm not talking about those teachers who put you down, because the recent scenario that I'm seeing all everywhere is this. But thankfully, I've got amazing teachers who've pushed me to my limits to go an extra mile and do something better. So what I meant by 16, 18 years old do not know how to choose a career is because they have not much knowledge about how is the world outside. Now, for
Mhm.
example, why does a parent say no to music? Why do they say? Because they know the ratio of people who are successful. They know the struggles.
True.
And which parent would want the child to put, which parent would want the child to go through all of that? So in that case, it is a child's duty also to maybe give a security, or maybe say that, okay, probably let me pursue this side by side, or give a guarantee, or ask or bargain for that period of time. The communication is missing between the parents and the children. So
True.
if a parent is that good at communicating, I think it is always good to have a parent say in choosing a child's career, provided the parent is understanding enough and the child also does not have to be stubborn.
True, 100%. And I think this is the basic reason why, like, influencers like Carrie Minati, who haven't gone to college, who dropped out of his 11th or 12th, I'm not sure which grade, but he dropped out of his school. And when students are asking him, "Ki, shall I also drop because my interest is not related to the studies which I'm doing?" He says no. He says, do your schooling, do your college, because he also understands that whatever he has been, he is grateful enough to be able to thank people who have helped him, and he is
That's
not
true.
sure that you will be able to get similar kind of help. And if you don't get those help, your career is at stake. You
So,
won't even have the stubborn what you don't even have the degree to at least go and do a job to earn something, nor will you be able to do good in the field which you have chosen by yourself.
that's very, very true. So Carrie Minati just did not drop out, if I'm not wrong. He first understood his capabilities. He knew that he
Yeah.
could do it. And the same thing when you ask students that why do you not want to do this? They say, because I don't like it. I've seen my brother, sister not liking engineering, and that's why I don't want to do it.
Hmm.
Have you tried it? Or maybe if you don't want to do engineering, what is the other thing that you want to pursue? And if you want to pursue that, what assurity are you going to give? Or even if you don't have an assurity, even if you want to try, what is your plans? What is your plan B? They have no answer. Everything has just become cool for them to, be college dropouts, or just be very, chill to choose what they want to do, or rebel against their parents just because it's a wave on the internet that my parents
Yeah.
forced me to do this, so I'm going to do this.
True, 100%. And one more thing which intrigues me is that I asked this question to Abhishek Jain, who has a two-time TEDx speaker by the age of 19, and I asked him that why you dropped out of college. He said, I dropped out of college because I was working since my 11th grade. No, not 11th. He was working for past 4 or 5 years on the thing. He had a good financial earning by the time he went into college, and he said that if you don't have strong foundation, don't let your academics go away from you, because your academics is 100% surety. Your academics is something which will guarantee you a good platform in terms of financial stability, and after that you can take a risk or take leap of going into things which intrigues you, or you think that you can make a career on it. Because even when we see Zakir Khan or people or comedians, many comedians, when they became viral, after that they left their job to go and become a full-time stand-up comedian. By that time they were still having a job in their field.
That's true.
And I
it's
think
it's
people,
very important for, yeah, continue.
I was just saying that that is the thing which people don't understand. People say like कि Zakir Khan ने full time stand up comedy शुरू कर दी तो मैं भी करूँगा. But they didn't know Zakir Khan was also doing a job side by side.
That is true. That is it. People just see the success part of it, but they don't see the strategic or the thoughtful process behind all of these people who are successful today. All of them, like, they have had a plan. They've had a plan B. Even if you go and ask them right now, they might say, and a lot of interviews that you'll see on the internet is, tailor made, because they
Yeah,
have to sound that kind of stuff. Today, in on your podcast, I am talking about that my parents have been supportive for 2 degrees. But normally, even me, when I go out, what do I say? My parents forced me to do engineering. I just talk about one side of the coin. I don't talk about the other side, because I know that's going to be sold. To be very honest, like, no
true, true.
sugarcoating. I know that story is going to be sold. Today, I told you on this podcast that my parents have been supportive towards both my degrees. So, of course, nothing goes without their support. And no matter how much you blame your parents, they are the only ones who are going to be there, not your friends.
100%. Everyone wants to be that guy who stands out of the crowd, but they don't know that the crowd is moving in the same direction in which direction you are going. So it's
Yes, that is very true.
you are following the crowd. It's just that you just want to race with them and be the first one.
Or probably even if not be the first one, since everyone is moving in that direction, you can just be someone who's interacting and moving along with everyone, and that's what makes you stand out of the crowd. That's what people notice. You
100%.
standing out of the crowd just does not mean that you have to isolate yourself from the crowd. It means that how can the crowd notice you? That is more important. That makes you stand out of the crowd. Out of all the people, how can people recognize you? And that is when
100%.
probably you can be kind enough instead of just racing and running. I personally believe in that way, that it's always good to talk to people, take everyone along, and that's how, even if you are in the crowd, you still stand out of the crowd.
100%. And I think I mean, in my personal podcasting journey, during lockdown, everyone shifted to podcast. Many people came and became and started the journey as podcaster with me. So even in my starting, I was scared that यार सब लोग अभी podcast पे आ गए तो मैं अकेला कैसे podcaster बनूंगा, right? I had that fear, and that's genuine fear, because you also think that I thought I will be alone in this journey. I thought that I will grow faster, but then things, everyone shifted there, so I also got scared. I also thought competitive, and then I thought कि यार सब लोग आ रहे हैं, so how can I stand out? So I thought that my standing out is not just by constructing things, it's just by asking the things which I genuinely wanted to ask. Because
Right.
I didn't formulated any questions in this podcast. I got one point which we had in your live session, and only from that we have taken over the conversation. It's because
Right.
I personally wanted to know that this is an interesting point and why are you saying that? And just on basis of that, we formulated the whole thing. We are going on with things. It is not constructed or tailor made where I will ask you few questions which are so called viral type questions, and then ye cheez boom ho jayegi. And I think you
That
have
is
also
true.
been the great example of that. You don't have a million followers, but still Raj Shamani follows you. Why? Because he thinks that you add value to people, right? And that's
you know
that's what I
uh,
think. Yeah, please.
so I'll just tell you a short story. I've had this thought as well. I mean, I started taking it live sessions when live sessions was not a thing. I mean, not a thing. I mean, it was already gone. When people had already taken live sessions, like huge digital marketers, they knew what was the importance of live sessions. It was all done. And then out of nowhere, I came up with this because I don't have a laptop. I just thought that the least I can do is just utilize my phone in a good way. So when I started with my journey of taking interviews and all of that, I was very skeptical. I was scared to reach out to people. So I spoke to a digital marketing friend whose friend had interviewed Abhi and New. So I was like, can you please help me out, reach out to them? I'm so scared. And then that person was like, I will try, but I can't promise. So I was like, fine, he's not going to help. And that was like just when I had started. And I had what, like around 2000, 3000 followers, I can say, at that time, just when I had started, and I had taken a few interviews, and that too because my third interview was a person who had like 1 million followers. So I had gained good number of reach, to be very honest.
Yeah.
So after I cut the call, I was very disappointed that, oh, why can't people help and all of that. That time I didn't know that it was difficult to reach out, and it does not sound
True.
well if you go through someone. So my best friend, she was just beside me, and she's like, did you even message them? So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get a reply. And she's like, at least message and see, no. So I messaged them
True.
at night, and within 3 hours, I received a reply from them. Probably they were not
Wow.
in a good state. So they were like, see, we're not doing any live sessions currently. I reached out to them in around, what, April or something. And they were like, we're not doing any live sessions currently, but we like what you're doing. So we are following you. So even before I
Wow.
took the live session, Abhi and you followed me, they trusted me. And after 3 months is when I went live with them. There's another thing that
Wow.
always happens with me is the timing. I reached out to Pratik Gandhi in October when all of this was a hype. And I I mean, I don't know how did that happen the last day of the year. It got delayed, but it happened at the right time. So, coming to that question about followers and everything, it's even I'm so sorry, I just got David. I just wanted to like
No, no,
spread that
it's
positivity that
completely all
just
right.
go conquer it. Even if you feel that you're doing
True.
something which people are already doing, just go for it. Now, when I had started with this and I thought that, oh, people are doing this, there are pages because I had not researched. There's one thing that I did not do before starting, I did not research. That is there someone who does
True.
something similar? So I was like super confident about it. But as and when I started discovering yourstory.com, Josh Talks, I did not know about these platforms that, oh, they're doing something similar. But what I later realized is that I'm career centric. I have my
Mm,
micro niche already, which I never thought of. Even if people are doing that, I have to stay consistent. My aim is to give out information to people, not add anything which is spicy. Just say that people will be like, oh, go and check this live session out. It's fine, even if it doesn't. Because I
true.
honestly started this to help people because my dad was in the like is in the government service, is in government service, and he's a health superintendent. So I genuinely wanted to do something for people. So at times, even I feel that, oh, I'm doing so much. I mean, there are big people who appreciate, but then people don't understand. So
True,
I
100%.
also feel that, uh, what am I going to do? Even I want those number of followers. But then when I see all the love I get from the existing people, you always want more and you forget to appreciate what you have. And that is the reason I started taking those live sessions where I started adding people. I said, at least people who I have, let me not leave them, let me not just leave
Yeah,
them and run behind more people.
true,
And I'm
100%.
much grateful now. I've had my insecurities, but I'm much grateful. And you're right. I mean, to be very honest, all of my guests have been so generous, so kind towards me. Abhi and New at times will comment, they will reply to stories. Raj Shamani sir, he liked a reel, he commented on it.
Wow.
He did not feel that, oh, this girl, I mean, she's just interviewed me. He never had that thought. He gave his personal number, he
100%.
spoke. Then it is my duty not to trouble him. No. So
True,
they've
100%.
been so kind, so good. All of my guests till the date I who I've interviewed. Recently, there was a person. He has like what 1 million plus followers. I'd interviewed him long back when I had just started. I was talking about that person recently. Out of nowhere, I got a call from him for something. It's like they remember.
Wow.
And I was like,
True,
okay, I think this is what my real success is. Even if there are people doing
true.
the same thing, I am standing out of the crowd for them. And that is what matters the most.
100%. And I had similar journey. I didn't have laptop. I don't know how to edit. Sorry. So I started taking podcast through Instagram Live. And my first and what happened to me, I messaged Ojas Rawal, who is a good friend of Pratik Gandhi. So I messaged him randomly that, sir, I'm doing this kind of thing. So would you like to come as a guest? And maybe I messaged him at night. I don't remember the time. But next day morning, he replied, okay, we'll do it. I was shocked. मैं कहा मेरे 200 followers. Sir has 30,000, 40,000 followers. And he just said, हाँ, करते हैं. I did.
That's
I
amazing.
messed up. I messed up, and he handled everything supremely well. I messed up. I
Wow.
was, and उसके बाद I got that ego. I got that ego कि यार मेरे को ओजस रावल ने मैसेज किया तो मुझे कोई भी हाँ बोल सकता है. And then I went on messaging everyone. No, seen and not replied. Seen and not replied. And ignored. Then I realized that I need to know about the person. Only then I will be able to convince them, or I will be able to make them understand that, sir, this is genuine. And only because of that I was able to convince Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai sir. And on the very first podcast, at the end, he said that whatever happens in your life, please be in touch with me. And after that, every day he messages me on WhatsApp about one motivational quote from Chanakya till date. And that I think
I am
is one of the biggest honor which I got. Yeah, you
I
were
am
saying
so happy for you. I mean, I don't know whether I should be saying this or no. In September, I felt seriously ill. I was like 20 days admitted in the hospital. I did not have COVID, but no hospital wanted to take me because I was that ill. I mean, for 4 days, I had no food, no water. I was that ill. And I was going to have the live session the next day. And one day, pehle, I fell ill. And that live session was with Pillai sir. So I messaged sir's manager, and I video called him. My brother spoke to him. He said that, see, sir, she's in the hospital. I'm so sorry. We'll have to postpone this. And then after that, I felt so bad to get in touch with him, but I will now. Probably, I just had that
surely.
thing in me. All of my friends were telling me that it was not your fault, Kanishka. I mean, you were not
Yeah,
well. You couldn't do anything about it. But, I don't like delays from my end. I don't like to,
true.
see you today also. You saw it's like I like to not make people wait. And he being such a big person, but yeah, now I'll get that confidence and probably, just go and talk to him again.
Sure, sure, you should. He's really very, very, very ground to earth personality. And
Yeah, that is good.
after that, when I shifted to this recording thing, when I shifted to Zoom, I got a laptop. I started editing things, and after that, when I reached out to people like Deepak Parekh, Divyanshu Damani, I reached out to them, and when they at the end of the podcast, I always ask people that what's your review about this, and they always say something nice. Initially, I used to say that कि ये तो बोलने के लिए बोल रहा है, but off record when I asked them, they used to repeat the same thing, and I was like, is this true? Because I lost confidence because of all those rejections, and
I feel
because
you.
yeah, and that's why I thought कि यार whenever I get a chance, I'll message everyone, and that's why I got a chance to come in a live session with you. I thought, let me tell it in live session. ना बोलेंगे कोई बात नहीं, but at least from my side I have done my work to ask things to you. If you need information, I'll give you, but at least I have asked. And that's what I think even in career helps. If you don't ask your parents कि मुझे इसमें interest है, shall I go, right? You don't ask them. You, like you said initially, it creates a communication gap. I don't ask.
That's true.
My parents has an assumption about me because they have raised me, so they have, I won't say assumption, but they have a perception from
Yeah.
their end. And if I don't say things, क्योंकि यार हम लोग हर बात शेयर नहीं करते स्कूल पे दोस्तों के साथ बातें कि यार मुझे ना म्यूजिक में इंटरेस्ट है, मैं गिटार सीखूंगा ना। घर पे आके यू माइट नॉट टेल टू योर पेरेंट्स कि मुझे गिटार सीखना है। नाउ व्हेन यू
Yeah.
गेट द वेकेशन, तुम भूल जाते हो गिटार वाली चीज को, और फिर तुम्हारे दिमाग में यही रह जाता है कि यार काश मैं गिटार सीख लेता। यू गेट जेलस ऑफ पीपल, यार इसने तो गिटार सीख लिया, बट इट्स जस्ट दैट यू नीड टू आस्क योर पेरेंट्स। आई when I was in 6th grade, my father allowed me to make my own account and use Facebook. I knew that I had my father to look around and guide me. I started connecting with people because I am interested in physics. I started connecting with people in physics field. I got in touch with the research organization, and now I'm working with them since 4 years. And just because I asked my father that shall I go, he allowed me. And if I won't
That's
have asked
awesome.
him, I couldn't have got the chance. If I won't have asked
Also
him,
because you proved it.
yeah,
You've been doing it since the past, what, so few months, few years, and he's been seeing your dedication. And once you see your dedication, which parent is going to say no? Even though my parents shout at me right now, but they know what kind of a dedication I'm putting in the work that I'm doing. And they not, see, they tell me that, kya karti rehti hai, and all of that. They'll shout at me, but they're not pushing me or they're not disturbing me when I'm here. I think that is the biggest support that I can get. She telling my
100%.
Kamwali auntie to just wind things up early because 11 o'clock she needs silence. I think what more support do I need? I cannot have them coming and saying, Olivia Bacha is doing so good in life. No, they're not gonna do that. Yeah, what you
True,
said is like
100%.
absolutely true.
100%. And I think this is the biggest problem of today's generation, because I have talked to my juniors and they are like, I have asked them, Ki, what have you thought after 10th? And they are like, Pata nahi. मुझे इसमें इंटरेस्ट है, उसमें इंटरेस्ट है, इन सब में इंटरेस्ट है, बट देन माई पेरेंट्स आर आस्किंग मी टू डू दैट एंड आई डोंट नो कि मैं क्या करूँगा. I'm like, I mean, that's just a solution from my side. You can always tell from a career counseling perspective. What I tell them as a big brother from my experiences, try to define your interest. The more you define it, the more you'll understand that the amount of work which is needed for you to put in. And जब तुम्हें पता चलेगा कि तुम्हारी ये सारी स्ट्रगल रहेगी तुम्हारी जर्नी में, for each and every interest you have, you will naturally sort things out. You will naturally uh, select few things and deselect few things. And after that, you include your parents' perception and you get that perfect mix and go on. And what would be your advice to similar kind of people?
So what I personally feel is nothing can be defined until you go through it. For example, a lot of people say that what I am doing right now is very difficult. How do you do it? To be very honest, I enjoy doing this. I think if I wouldn't be doing this, I cannot imagine myself doing anything else. But when people, a lot of people say that, you know, Kanishka, you being in a government job, I think that is such an amazing thing to do. I mean, you get to meet different kinds of people. Your skills are improving because of it. But then more than that, I feel I'm more happy in the other part. So what I personally tell them is go out and try those things. Even if you don't like it, once you do something that you don't like, you automatically know what you like. So I have tried a lot of things before portraying to where I am and what I'm doing right now. I have experimented, and I have not experimented for a day or two. I have given myself that specific time to understand whether I'm liking this. So even if from a career counselor's perspective or from even a friend's perspective, if I may say, I always say that there are multiple doors, multiple ways to do things. Now, recently, I think 4 days ago, I had this career counseling session with a girl. She says that some state, I'm not going to like give you the specifics right now, but some states, there is a course which gives economics and economics, journalism, and something together, like three of these things together. So I asked her, where is your interest in? She says psychology. So I said, then why are you doing all of this? She's like, no, I have 4 interests, out of which the major one is psychology and the other 3 are like side things, but I'm getting those other 3 in one place. So let me go and try that. I'm like, no, that's not how you do it. If you know your major interest, you take a majors in that, and then there are other options to get things done. There are other options to get your journalism done, to get your economics done. You can always have another degree or always have another certification course. If you know what you like, and since you have those specific months in hand, go try it out. See if you really want to do psychology and in what field. If you want to get into therapy, are you that sane enough to take all of that, inputs from people, know their story? So what I personally believe is that people just feel that, okay, even if there are struggles in this industry, let me not get into them, but they don't know whether they're really good at it. For example, if you wouldn't have started taking podcasts, if you wouldn't have started speaking just because you said that, oh, I don't have a laptop, I'll have this struggle, let me not just start with it. Get it? But then you tried. You went and you tried your hands on it, and now you're enjoying it. I can see the way you're happy while talking, you're giving your inputs and all of that. If you would have started giving excuses and felt that, oh, probably ye path mein ye problems hai, I am not probably, as I don't have as many listeners as other people, or I don't have anything right now to stand out of the other people, the people who are already on the top list of podcasts. If you would have given those excuses, you would have defined your problems at that moment, I don't think you would have started. So instead of defining, you went and you gave it a try. You went and you messaged Ojas. You went and you gave that try. You gave that time to yourself to comprehend things. So more than defining, I always believe in action. And there are numerous courses for free. We are born in a generation where you get so many things for free right now. It's just like a click away. So why not go and try your hands on it instead of, sitting and pondering over it, is what I feel.
True, 100%. And one more question arises with this is that many people think that कि मैं इसको कितने टाइम तक ट्राई करूं to be able to understand that I am liking the process. because I'm talking about my personal story. Like you said that I didn't thought about that I don't have laptop. I didn't thought about I don't have professional camera, professional uh, equipments to be able to create a podcast. But what I what I had, or should I say that what I had those phases. I had those phases where I was like, "यार क्या करूं मैं?" Because I also faced those rejections, and those rejections were in a complete phase of a month, continuous rejection till a month, and I didn't had any content to put out for a month. And at those phases, you always think. I came out of it because I got an approval from the person who I messaged a month before. I literally stopped messaging people in that whole one phase. And if I wouldn't have got that reply from a person to have that podcast, I might have left things. So in those when those phases come, how can one think that this is the process I like, or how can one understand that I can go? Because uh, हमें like you said that I had 2 3 interests. मैं या तो मैं completely मेरे करियर में जा सकता था. I started my college. मैं फर्स्ट ईयर में हूँ. मैं उधर ज्यादा फोकस कर सकता था. I would have left that podcast after that phase of 1 month, or like I continued with it because I got that approval. Now many people won't get that approval. Many people cannot hold on till that 1 month. So how can one understand that I can do something in that low phases which strucks them in that initial phase?
Jay, I have a question for you. How do you
Mm-hmm.
define a person's success in a field? For example, if, for example, there is a businessman, and what makes you feel that he is successful, or what is a story that really inspires you from him? What can it be? Probably a very general answer.
The general answer is the amount of impact. I mean, the impact which he brings to the amount of people.
How can he
Like,
bring that impact if he's been through something? If
hmm,
he's had those struggles. Now, if a person cannot sustain in those struggles only, then how can you say that that thing is made for that person?
hmm,
See, everyone goes through that phase. I have been
hmm,
through
hmm,
that phase. You might have seen I've not been doing these sessions because I have some major amazing guests coming live and they're postponing it. It's fine.
hmm,
But what I personally am also a believer of is about the vibes, is about the
hmm,
environment making you go. So if
hmm,
something happened when you were about to give up, it's because the aura, the environment, the vibes around you wants you to continue. Getting it?
hmm,
If a person gives up in that period of time, if he's not able to sustain the pressure now, what is he going to do if he goes a long way through that journey and in the middle if he's not able to sustain it? What I personally believe is if you're just boating, if you get into the sea and if you just row the boat on your own, you get tired, in a very short
hmm,
distance,
hmm,
it is fine. If you don't want to do it, if you feel that okay, probably I am tired and I cannot continue with this, there's always chances of coming back and doing something else. But
hmm,
if you know that you are not able to sustain it, if you know that this is taking a part of you, if it's taking that part of you and not letting you be yourself, and if you still go to the mid ocean or mid sea and then you're not able to come back, then that is an issue. The next
hmm,
important thing that I want people to understand is how much happiness does it give. There are days when I don't get counseling sessions because career counseling is also something which comes in phases, like when 10th ke
true,
results aa gaye, 12th ke results aa gaye, admissions ho gaye. There are
true.
times I don't do it, but I have realized this thing in myself, that even though I'm ill, except when I was hospitalized, even if I'm ill or having a bad day, I am so excited for those career counseling sessions. It makes me happy.
True.
So if you're doing something, it's making you happy, then go for it. Trust me, I've lost major clients. I've lost 90,000 rupees in 4 days. Why? Just because that client, that work was taking a part of me. It was
Hmm,
draining me out. And I just left it. I said, I cannot do it. So any work that is draining you out, you should stop it right away. Or if you're trying onto something, you get that vibes that maybe you can continue or you cannot. there is no specific limit to it, but I would suggest don't stop too early. Probably 10-15 days is not when you discover things. Keep it for a long period of time. Take some time out of it. But in that period, if it drains out your energy, if it feels that, see, now draining out energy does not mean about the energy of reaching out to people. That is a part of it. You have to work. Everything cannot be a smooth sailing thing. But for
True.
example, even after the podcast is recorded, and you feel that, oh, this was so irritating. I mean, क्या कर दिया है मैंने? Why am I doing this? अभी edit करना पड़ेगा, ये करना पड़ेगा. If after the podcast you are not
True.
satisfied that, wow, I did this. Did I just interview this person? So if you
Yeah.
don't get that satisfaction, the drain, it's not something made for you. But if it drains out while approaching people, trust me, it does. That is fine. But you should
Yeah.
feel happy when that happens. Even if after 100 messaging 100 people, one person replies, and after the interview, if you're happy, then I think that is something which is made for you. I've spoken in your context, but when it comes to students' perspective, don't let anything drain the energy out of you. You have to be you to be the best at what you do and get the best productivity out of yourself.
100%. And one last thing which I wanted to ask. I mean, I just want to put out my perspective, and then you can help me out or clear my points through career counseling perspective. Many people say that कि यार school के formulas काम नहीं आते. I recently had a conversation, like I do me and my three friends, we do a YouTube live session called Social Ed, and there we talk on random topics. So I had this conversation where I said that कि okay, if you think that कि तुम्हारे 10th के maths के formulas कभी काम नहीं आते, but then the hard work which you learn while giving your boards, like अगर तुम्हें पत्थर तोड़ने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, बट तुमने पत्थर तोड़ते वक्त जो स्टैमिना बनाया है हथौड़ा मारने का, दैट स्टैमिना विल हेल्प यू, मे बी यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन कटिंग ट्रीज. तो जो तुमने पत्थर तोड़ते वक्त स्टैमिना बनाया है, जो तुमने मसल बनाया है, जो तुमने एनर्जी गेन करी है, that is the most important thing which you take out from your schooling life, if not the knowledge which you are getting from the books, but that is the thing which school life gives you. And because of that, it gives you a sort of stamina, it gives you a sort of mental strength to sustain those low phases, the low phases which we talk like my 1 month of that completely low phase. अगर मैंने स्कूल में एक महीना बिना रिजल्ट के पढ़ाई करना नहीं सीखा होता, तो मे बी आई वुडंट हैव सस्टेन दैट 1 month long. But because of
That's true.
that struggle which I gone through to get marks, I think the amount of hard work which I did, that hard work helped me in putting things out on podcast, on different things.
You know, I was going to add this point in the first point that we were talking about, that I might be one of those counselors who goes against social media, what they say. Like I told you that it's always good for parents to have a say in their child's career. And
True.
trust me, I hate it when people criticize Indian education system. Why do you think
100%.
so many Indians are successful outside the country? It's because all of the other people outside India are being trained in what they like. Agreed. They are best at it. But when you ask them to do anything out of the box or think something which is not their genre, I don't think they will be that productive in that as well. Now, all of these things that are taught to us in school is not because we are going to implement that. Like implementation and journey is different. ऐसे तो फिर हर बच्चे की अलग स्कूल होनी चाहिए. Every
True.
person should sit in
100%.
other class and have another teacher altogether. But when it comes to what we are being taught, it's because it has been designed in a way where your brain, it knows what thing is going to be stimulated from your brain, or what thing is going to be like, कौन से तुम्हारा brain का part activate होगा. All of those things have activated such parts of your brain that you can make memes in a way that FBI is wanting to know your location, or FBI says that just stop it, delete this meme. You see all of those memes. It's so amazing to see all of that. And when I look at it, I'm like, Dude, you're not going to get all of this if you did not have to push yourself to think over trigonometry or think over accounting. It is because you have to push your brain to get to that point. You have to force yourself, or you have to get into learning, memorizing. That is a part of it. That is a part of things. If you just go to practical things, you lose on to so many theoretical things in life. And
And
I have realized that it is always good to have a mixture of theory and practical. I love Indian education system, although they criticize that, okay, it's not something you're going to implement, but you any which ways will not. Even if you go out and if you study something, until and unless you do internships, you get out in the real world. Even if what you're learning at home, you learn at home that parents say that, "Arey, inse अच्छे से बात करो, ये लोग बहुत अच्छे हैं." You go out in the world, that is not true. So why just criticize the education system when everything in life is unpredictable? But then at least Indian education system, or the things that you're being taught in India, is preparing you, because there are so many diverse things around here.
true,
We cannot
100%.
have a different school for every child.
100%. And one thing which you said about practicality, and many people say that the formula is a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square life में काम नहीं आता. I'm like, अगर वो फॉर्मूला नहीं होता, तुम्हारे 10th के सरफेस एरिया चैप्टर तुम पढ़ नहीं पाते, और अगर तुम वो चैप्टर नहीं पढ़ पाते, तुम अगर बिलियनर भी बन जाओ, तुम्हारे घर में तुम्हें सोफा बनवाना है, उस सोफा का एरिया अगर तुम्हें नहीं पता कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है, तुम अगर उसके लिए भी गूगल कर रहे हो, उसके लिए भी तुम्हें डायमेंशंस डालने पड़ रहे, तुम्हें नहीं पता लेंथ क्या है, ब्रेथ क्या है, तुम्हारा सोफा बनाने वाला तुम्हें आराम से उल्लू बना सकता है.
Very,
And
very,
if you
very true.
and if you won't have studied surface area volume in your 10th standard, चाहे वो तुम्हें तुम्हारे बिजनेस में काम नहीं आया, तुम बिजनेस में जो पैसा कमाओगे, उससे जो तुम सोफा खरीदोगे, वहां पे वो तुम्हें काम आएगा ना.
That is very true. Just yesterday, I went to a friend's house and I was asking him about, like, he's a music student. Okay. So, no, I'm not like criticizing anyone or something, but he's a music student. And then I was asking him that, oh, this house, like, what square feet and all of that. And then he's like, no, I don't know about it. But then being in engineering, I was just like, I could just see it and calculate an approximation out of it. So
True.
we say that, of course, the formulas are not going to get used, but the implementation for sure is. And I like to relate this to computers, because when students tell me that, Didi, aap ye kya do line ke program sikha rahe ho? So because I take tuitions, they're like, Didi, bade programs aane wale. I'm like, you do what I say. And then later, when you compile all of these small, small programs, they have that logic developed that they can do any program, be it in a different form of a question altogether. So it is very important, as you said, that Indian education system prepares you step by step, and that is why you cannot jump from 4th to 7th directly. You have
True.
a specific criteria to climb those stairs.
True,
And
100%.
that is there. You cannot. What you said is like absolutely correct. I mean, I'm so happy to be here. I can't tell you how much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And one more thing which I want to add, we talk about sex education in the Indian education system, which people say that it is lacking. I just want to say that in 10th standard, I'm talking about 10th standard because हर बच्चा 10th standard तो majorly पढ़ता है. And that's why I'm talking specifically about 10th standard. Is 10th standard and 8th standard, they both have chapters on reproduction and biology. And in 10th standard, you are also taught about contraceptive things. But what happens is, teacher gets shy in terms of teaching that chapter. तो हर बारी वो चैप्टर टेक्स्ट बुक के एंड में होता है, हर बारी वो चैप्टर या तो टीचर स्किप करते हैं या तो बच्चों को सेल्फ स्टडी में दे देते हैं. एजुकेशन सिस्टम इज मेड दैट टीचर तुम्हें पढ़ाए वो चैप्टर, टीचर तुम्हें समझाए वो चीज. एंड इफ टीचर टीचेस यू अबाउट contraceptives, automatically sex education is being brought. अगर टीचर तुम्हें सेक्स एजुकेशन के बारे में नहीं पढ़ाएगा, तुम कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव समझोगे कैसे?
That is true. That is true. I mean, of course, now that is like teachers to be not blamed, but it is up to them now. For example, my biology teacher was very nice. I'm like blessed. She was so good. I mean, she did not have any kind of sharam or anything. She used to just make us stand, give us real life examples for everything, and make us understand things. She was so strict also. She used to be like, ऐसा ऐसा है, ऐसा ऐसा होता है. Bus. And
True.
probably that was such an eye opener. We did not even dare to maybe comment or do something because, God, if she stops teaching us, we are going to lose out onto so much information in real life. So that is
100%.
that. See, we also have to accept the fact that India is not a place where you can openly talk about these things, and probably things like these are not added into this. But I have been in a school where all of these extra things have been added. Now, I think that is the job of the school as well, to keep sessions of career counselors, keep sessions of psychologists, keep sessions of probably about sex education. It is important, but those are extra co-curriculars at that age. Still, what can you expect? If the legal age for everything is 18, how can you expect people to just come and talk about it at the age of 9th and 10th? Of course, you have to talk about how can girls be safe, how do they understand good touch, bad touch. And we've had sessions in school about it. We've had girls have been
Yeah.
taken. I mean, that depends. It is the school's responsibility also to get that done. And I have seen some amazing schools do that. So I think it is overall perfect. I mean, sab kuch add kiya hai already. The only thing is you don't know. You want everything to the point. Directly us bare mein baat karo. Just talk about it that way. It's not practically possible. Then later you only go
True.
and criticize, see what this person is doing. Well, people,
Later they only
everyone is
criticize कि
curious.
इसके पीछे की साइंस नहीं पढ़ाई जाती.
Yeah.
And and
That,
and talking about biology teacher, even my biology teacher taught me when she was talking about when we were when she was teaching this chapter, she told me that तुम्हें पता है तुम्हारी मम्मी कभी चिढ़ क्यों जाती है, तुम्हारी सिस्टर कभी चिढ़ क्यों जाती है. And after that she told us about this menstrual cycle, and I was like, wow, nothing can be best to be able to teach. I mean, as
in a
a
way,
male, yeah, because you not only understand the biology of it, you also understand that this happens monthly, and you see those phases rarely in an year. So also
yeah.
understand that you naturally gain respect towards the feminine, that they have to go through the shit every
Go through all of
month,
that.
and still when you see them, you just feel them as they are normal.
They get irritated, but they'll at least not show you that, maybe we're hurting or we're not well. Just maybe
True.
understand us. And in spite of all of that, also they'll go an extra mile to get things done. They are not going to sit and say that, okay, I'm not working today.
Yeah,
They're still
true.
working.
And then
So
they say that men has pressure of not being emotional. I think we we need to learn from you guys. You have to go
no,
through this
it's not
every
just
month.
about that. It's not just about that. You can only be emotional when you know what the person is going through. For example, if
True.
I start shouting at you here, you'll be like, what's wrong with her? I mean, is she crazy? She's come here for a podcast and she's just started shouting. But for example, if I come here and I say, God, I've had a horrible day and it's so
Hmm.
annoying. And if I say that, you know that, oh, she's going through something. And at times it's not possible for everyone to speak out. So it is up to us to understand that if a person is shouting or if a person is behaving in a certain way, is because of maybe that person is going through. Does not mean that that person is bad, or maybe he or she is behaving bad to you. So it is very important. And now you knew it. Your teacher had taught about this. But even if people don't know it, my only uh, sincere advice or sincere, request will be that stop judging. You need to
True.
stop generalizing women in a way that, they're all the time drama and they do this, they do that. Just because, see, now there are people like, for example, me. I am such a this person. मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. No matter what day or what time of the month it is, I am all chill. I will not do drama. It's not in me. Maybe because I've been programmed in a way, been in a house where I could not portray. To be very honest, that is also a part of it.
Hmm.
But
True.
you cannot generalize women that way. And then when I say that, maybe it doesn't affect me. Or maybe when I say that I don't like shopping, they're like, oh, being a girl, you don't like shopping? Oh, please, boys like shopping too, or boys might not like shopping too.
True.
Stop generalizing it in a way where, you be and start judging people. So it again boils down to things where people judge you. So
Hmm.
Indian education system there is everything, all the provisions are there. But then when you start generalizing things and say that, oh, this is not taught just because you did not pay attention on the basics, it is not the
True.
education's fault.
100%. People say that बच्चों को politics में interest नहीं आता है. It's because the chapter of politics is being skipped by teachers. It is there in 10th standard. पूरी party की details है, including BJP, Congress. Every party's detail is being given in 10th chapter, 10th standard civics. It's just that your child is not understanding. That doesn't mean that he don't
You
know.
know, when I was studying for UPSC is when I realized that BJP and Congress are not a party as whole. The
True.
whole party is something else. BJP is a major part of it, and there are small parties surrounding
Small,
it.
yeah.
I
It's
didn't know
like a
that.
main river and
And
tributaries.
yes, when I went back and when I said that, okay, what book do I refer? And they're like, go to 10th standard CBSE. And like, what? That wasn't taught to us. Well, I mean, it is there in your system, but then they just talk about BJP and then they start criticizing of what is happening around
Hmm.
them. That's not it. You talk about the real things. Don't talk about who is in power right now. Talk about how has these come into being. Out of all the parties in that specific thing, how has BJP stood out? How did Congress make? I mean, how did Congress come into being? What was the major thing about it, and how does it relate to today? Thankfully, UPSC has given me a lot of insights, and my
True.
teachers have been amazing there as well. He was so good at it. We used to have proper sessions, parliamentary sessions, where he used to teach us that. Oh, and during those parliamentary sessions, I had this boy called Sahil. He was Ramdas Athole, and he just got up and he started talking in a specific way. To be very honest, I was it was like what 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago, pehle ki baat hai. I did not know who Ramdas Athole is. Probably that was bad at my part. I was like, why is Sahil talking like this? And once he sat down, everyone started clapping. Then when I went home and I checked, he was actually talking like Ramdas Athole. And I was like, wow,
True.
this is what you get to learn. I wish we had all of these things in a teaching manner. And I implement that for my students. I've had teachers who implement that for students. So I think maybe it's not even the teacher's fault. पहले भी teachers अच्छा सिखाते थे. अभी students ही interested नहीं है. Students ही
True.
इतना they'll be like सिखा दो ना और भेज दो ना घर. They don't want to
I
try
think more
anything
than
new.
students, parents are marks focused. क्योंकि पेरेंट्स बच्चों को
Yes.
यही बोलते हैं कि तुम मार्क्स लाओ चलेगा. Everything else is
Yes.
okay. You just bring marks. That's all what we need. If parents
That is true.
sit and ask कि what have you understood from XYZ chapter randomly, कभी बैठ के अगर पेरेंट्स बच्चे की बुक चेक कर रहे हैं, टेक्स्ट बुक चेक कर रहे हैं, and if they ask कि यार तुमने इसमें क्या सीखा, I think the child will realize the importance of understanding things.
That's true.
Because parents abhi, I have seen parents are sending students to for JEE coaching from 8th standards. बच्चों को पता भी नहीं है कि 10th बोर्ड के बाद JEE के लिए JEE का मेन सिलेबस आ रहा है. He is just preparing for it from past 2-3 years, and then he gets programmed in a way where he just have to solve the questions regardless of understanding.
That's true. My brother is preparing for JEE mains, and you know, he studies a lot. I mean, he just sits in a place and he's studying all the time. And of course, like my parents wanted me to do engineering, they want him to do IIT also. But my mom knew it कि उनको ये चीज करना था. तो उन्होंने उनको from 3rd grade, she's put him to guitar classes. She's put him into different activities. So right now, when mama says that, okay, if you're not okay, just get up, maybe go roam and all. He does not. He's a very antisocial person, unlike me. So he will play the guitar. He has his resources where he can just go and be there. So I think if a parent is putting, no problem. They want a better future for their children, but it is also their responsibility to teach their child, because that child does not know that where that child's escape is. Because if that child's escape is not known, that child will end up hiding things, going on social media or doing things which the parents might not like, and then they'll be like, oh, we are investing so much money on you and you're doing this. So why is that happening? Because have you given your child a hobby? Have you given your child something to do? If he's not liking what you're telling them to do, give them an escape. No, if you tell them what to do, if you give them an escape, they're not going to go and find their own ways and not going to blame you. Now my brother, I tell him that, bro, are you pressurized? Like, nahi yaar didi, chalo aapko main gaane sunata hu guitar pe. So I think when people come and tell him and people say, yaar ye ek hi jagah pe baith ke itna kaise padta hai, I know that he's happy while he's doing it. I know that he always has his guitar to go to. He always knows that okay, maybe I have to go and sing. He's been
True.
given that hobby since the very childhood, that not just him, me also. My mom has always, and that is the reason she suggested that you want to do literature, but I understand, but you're already good at it. Do something that you don't know so you get extra knowledge.
True. hundred
Do
percent.
go pursue your hobby so that you don't get bored at what you're doing. And she's always been engineering में तो ऐसे होता था, I used to leave home at 6 o'clock because my college was like an hour far. And I was like college में time pass करके I used to come home late. She never used to say anything because she has to compromise too, and parents don't understand that. She was like,
True.
see, I told you to do engineering, you did it. Now it is not my duty to tell you when to come home and do what. But she taught me that
True.
कितना
100%.
you should be aware कहाँ तक रहना चाहिए, कब तक आना चाहिए. And that is a responsibility of a child also to keep their parents informed. I think in one of Divyanshu's interviews, yeah, I think during my interview only, because I've watched so many of his now, he talks about that how can you gain your parents' trust. Small things every day matter. He was talking about that small things like when are you going out and when are you going to come back. If you inform your parents this, I don't think they'll have a problem. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I had so much work. I left home around 2:30 in the afternoon, and lockdown was at 7 o'clock. So I just left. I'm like, Mama, I'll be very busy. I'll come back by 7. My phone was in my pocket. I did not receive 10 of her calls. But then when I came home, she did not shout at me. She was just like, I was just worried because I had informed her what time will I be coming back.
True.
So what is important is children feel that parents should not tell us what to do. It's not the case. They should understand that it is your duty also to gain your parents' trust.
100%. And same
You are
same
the
thing.
child,
Same thing
and they
happened
are
with
the
me
parent.
also. Now, when lockdown was slowly uplifting and things started getting normalized, as I'm shifting from Ahmedabad to Dehradun for college, I started meeting my old friends and school friends. And after that, what I used to do is, whenever I go, and I already had this habit from my childhood that whenever I step out of the house, I inform either my mother or my father that I'm going here, इतना time लगेगा, and I might be late, कि मतलब आधा घंटा इतना लेट हो सकता है. And when time used to come at the end, मतलब जब उतना time होने वाला होता है, they used to call me and say कि is everything all right, कितना time लगेगा और. And I used to tell them कि हाँ इतना time लगेगा, I am on the way. And because I had that information, because I used to update them where I am and how I am and where I'm going, they never stopped me. मैं अगर urgently instantly time अगर बोलता हूँ कि मम्मा मेरे को इस friend के साथ जाना है मिलने, they never stop me because they know कि हाँ this guy will keep me informed.
That's true. That's very true. Even if you're going out with a friend, even if you're going out on a date, no need to tell your parents that you're going out on a date, but just say who are you with. Just say where are you. I think that is the safest thing you can do, not just in terms of informing them, but also in terms of keeping yourself safe. I don't know. I've had this weird notions, where I always tell my friends कि अरे समझ अगर तू parents को बिना बताए इधर गई and then वहाँ पे कुछ हो गया and then what are you going to face them for? I mean, just say it. Just don't say why you are going. Just say you're going here. At least कुछ हुआ तो at one call you can just be like, when you're calling your parents, they shouldn't be like तू उधर क्यों गई? They should just know कि okay हमें उधर जाना है. So I don't know, this is not related to the topic we're talking about, but yes, I completely understand because when people come for counseling and then they say that my parents don't trust me, they're not even allowing me to go for classes, it's because you did not gain their trust. It's because you've kept them in a way where they're dropping and picking you up because you have lost their trust. And it is your duty to get it back. You cannot blame your parents that they're not allowing you to do things if you, as a child, are not able to understand what they want from you. It goes both ways. You cannot be a stubborn child and say उसके parents तो उसको गाड़ी देते हैं, मेरे parents क्यों नहीं देते? Because वो बच्चा अपने घर पे अच्छे से रहता है, सब बताता है. And this has happened.
True.
For sure.
100%, because I have seen few people where they didn't said to their parents and they went to a place. Something happened, accident happened, and when they called his father, he was scared to call. कि मेरे को मेरी चोट ठीक करने से ज्यादा उनकी डांट सुनने का डर है.
Yes.
and
That's
then and then things and then things uh, go more bad because डांट खाओगे, and if you are so stubborn that you shout back कि मेरी freedom ये वो, then you will definitely have those father issues where you and your father won't be sitting in the same room for a very long time.
That is very true. I think that was the reason my parents did not send me out of Nasik, because for me, even though I'm a very outgoing person, but when I used to be hurt, or when, going through something, I talk to everyone, but I never used to open up that, oh, today someone told me this. And I used to just be sad to myself. And I've had those phases,
True,
So my mom was scared to send me out after my 12th grade, that if something happens to her, if someone tells her something, she's not going to call and tell me that, Mama, I'm feeling this way. So I need to keep her near me. So maybe at times I feel that maybe if I would have opened up at that instance, I would have told her that I'm hurting, I'm not feeling well, then maybe she would have sent me after 12th grade. Like, see, it of course, it's a repercussion of how you behave with your parents. If you're behaving
true,
good, I don't think, there's a very amazing thing written in the Bible, that which parent is going to give a child stone if he asks for chapatis. Like, it goes this way, that if अगर तुम अपनी मम्मा को रोटी मांगते हो तो कौन सी माँ तुम्हें पत्थर देगी. एंड सेम थिंग,
true,
अगर तुम तुम्हारे स्वर्गीय पिता से मांग रहे हो, फिर आस्किंग द हेवनली गॉड, if your earthly gods can provide all of that for you, think of it how your heavenly gods is going to provide that for you. So
true,
you ask for it, they're not going to give you something bad in return if you are being good, if you are asking something which is logical enough.
true, 100%. And I think many people has this problem that they don't want to share what they like with their parents because they always think यार ये गलत समझेंगे. And then many times parents also don't tell their child कि I think you can go for this career path because parents को भी लगता है कि यार ये rebellious है, ये उल्टा सीधा समझ
Hmm.
जाएगा. And then we call it a generation gap, but it is just that they both assume that the opposite person is rebellious.
See,
But in
generation gap
reality,
हमेशा होता है हर जगह. Like, अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, जनरेशन गैप ही होना था, देन व्हाई डू लाइक पोता पोती गेट इन टच विद देयर दादा दादीज मोर? जनरेशन गैप है ना, go fight with them also. I mean, not in terms of career, of course, but still, when it comes to career also, dada dadis who've not been supportive to the children suddenly are supportive towards their granddaughters and grandchildren. Like, suddenly, out of nowhere. And then parents be like, oh, you did not do that when I was there. Now you're supporting my child. You're not supposed to do that. So, what I'm trying to say is, generation gap हमेशा होता है. हमारे parents के बीच में, हमारे parents के उनके parents के बीच में भी था. But generation gap, कोई गैप है तो उसको फिल तो करना चाहिए. तो कोई गैप को हम फिल करेंगे, कोई तो रीजन होना चाहिए. तो जनरेशन गैप को फिल करने के लिए कम्युनिकेशन गैप को फिल करो, इज व्हाट आई ऑलवेज सजेस्ट.
100%, 100%.
पहले,
So
since I work day and
yeah,
night, my dad gets very irritated. Every night he'll come and he'll shout at me. पहले I used to be like, oh, you don't know what I'm doing, just go away from here. Right now I just keep my phone and I say, इधर आओ, पापा आप इधर आओ, क्या चाहिए आपको बोलो. And then he starts laughing and he goes away. So instead of making him sad and then putting him, in another room, I now make him happy and say, kya chahiye? You know what I'm doing. Now every day we have the same conversation. Then he laughs. So it's like he enjoys troubling me now. So you get that point where you, instead of just saying that stop irritating me, you get up and you just talk to them for a minute because they want your attention. If I'm working day
true.
and night, my dad का यही होता है कि मैं पूरा दिन से I come home and all I see you is on your phone. So that 1 minute that I give, he's happy with that.
True, and we always think yeah they have resistance towards us, but actually they just need attention
Yeah.
sometimes. So
Why do
it
you think a
was
lot of people, we observe our friends and say, wow, your mom allows you to do that? Like, go and check your friend at home. That person sits for an
true,
hour with their mom. They talk to
true,
her about it. They know what she's doing. So
true, true,
when you do that is when your parents are sure my mom doesn't understand what I'm doing. So she always comes to me like, "Hey, मैंने देख एक meme डाला है. Go check it on my story." So then I also started asking her, I'm like, "Did you see my story?" So she's like, "Arey, I checked, but I don't understand only. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Mom, I took like an hour to explain what I was doing 2-3 days pehle, and you're asking me." She's like, "Fine, you informed me, no?" And that's what she tells my family also when they ask that what is Kanishka doing. She just says, कुछ तो भी करती है, आई डोंट नो, बट एक चीज है कि वो रोज 1 घंटा आके बताती है कि क्या किया है. समझता कुछ नहीं है, बट शी टेल्स मी.
So sweet, so sweet. And same happens with my mom. My mom asked me कि किसके साथ podcast. And I say that that person is doing XYZ thing. She was like, ये क्या होता है? I
Yeah,
try to explain them. उनको समझ नहीं आता, but then she, हाँ चल तेरा टाइम हो गया, तू जा फटाफट, तेरा तेरा कोई
yeah, same.
podcast है. And then she goes to my father and she asks कि ये क्या होता है, ये क्या करते हैं. And after that when I tell them कि देखो मम्मी मैंने मेरा ये अभी YouTube पे आ गया है, आप देखो कैसा है. And then she says, हाँ अच्छा है. And I'm like, चलो glad.
Yeah, my dad, I mean, he shouts at me a lot. He doesn't like what I'm doing. So, I mean, me and my dad, we're in the बाजू के cabin. मेरे dad का office इधर है, मेरा office इधर है. So, I was sitting over here and suddenly मुझे मेरी आवाज सुनाई दी. And I just got up and I rushed and he was showing my YouTube video to someone. I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Why are you doing this to me? He's like, go, why did you come here? Go and sit over there.
Great. And you know, many times happened. It has happened with me. कि मैं I asked my father कि Dad, why don't you tell about my achievements to your friends? And he was like, अच्छा ठीक है, रुक तो इसको कॉल करिए, तुझे बताएंगे. And when I go to an event with him, सब लोग, अरे तू ये करता है, तू वो करता है, बहुत बढ़िया. अब अगला गेस्ट कौन है? I'm like, हैं आपको कैसे पता? And then
Yeah, that's true.
you understand that he might not tell in front of you because he feels that you get embarrassed, but he does share your achievements to people, and
That's true.
they feel more proud than us in sharing.
That's very, very true.
And I think that should be one of the biggest driving force for every student to select their, not only select their career, but to work hard in their careers, so that
Yes.
not, अगर कोई तुम्हें नहीं बता रहा है, कोई तुम्हें बोल नहीं रहा है कि ये अच्छा था ये नहीं, but you always have your parents, you will always have your parents friend कि यार तेरे पापा ने बोला तो ये कर रहा है, तो ये कर रही है. And then you feel like
Yeah.
यार अब तो और करना चाहिए.
Yes.
So it was really lovely, and I mean, it was really, I was blessed to have you, because
Thank you for having
we
me.
talked about many things: career, feminism, education, motivation, success. Starting from career, we covered, I think, most of the things which are very nearly related to career. So
Right.
really thankful to have you. And as always, how was this podcast according to you, and what else can
It
I
was
do?
amazing. I mean, it was so soulful. I have spoken about so many things that I've not anywhere, not even my Instagram handles, because Instagram or any of my social handles, because I feel that people are not going to expect. If I tell them that I like the education system, they're just going to say that, oh, she's not a good career counselor. And then I feel like, oh, let them come to me for counseling. Let me brainwash them then, you know. So today I've
True.
like spoken about it openly and so many things. It was nice. I like how you raised up so many important issues which are to be addressed, and I like the way you communicate. It was nice. I mean, I'm glad that I've done this, and I've had that fear that, you know, मैंने तो कुछ अचीव नहीं किया है लाइफ में, मैं क्यों जाऊँ लोगों के पॉडकास्ट पे, व्हाट एम आई गोना टॉक अबाउट, बिकॉज आई हैव हैड माय सेट ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटीज आल्सो. But then I
True.
thought, I mean, you know, if I would have been in your place, I never would have had the guts to join someone's live and ask, because I'm so this thing ki, what will people think about me, what will someone judge, that, you know, oh, why is she sounding so this way?
I
But then you did that, and I was like, wow, if he has the guts to ask, I don't think I should say no. I don't have the rights to do that because it takes a part of you to come out. I'm not going to disappoint. So I think this is what my second podcast, and the first girl also, she's been like very consistent and all of that. So I'm really thankful to you for having that
Thank you so
courage,
much.
coming up, talking. Keep it up
Thank you
and
so
keep
much.
doing this.
Thank you so much. And you, I actually had those insecurities in the first place, but after that, rather than taking it as an insecurity, I thought that this is a good strategy. Because like you said, अगर कोई तुम्हें आके इतने सारे लोगों के सामने कुछ पूछता है, and it is nothing but a small invite, majority of people will say yes, and that is a trick I
Yes.
use. कि अगर DM से नहीं
They
मान रहे
cannot
तो
say
live
no
में
in
आके,
front of so many people.
yeah. And when they said yes publicly, they will try to do it. चाहे postpone
Yes.
करे but आएंगे तो सही.
Very
And then
true.
उसके बाद we can impress them through questions.
That's true. That's very true. You know, one of my live sessions was with a magician. I don't know if you know Magical Aston. So there were not a lot of questions that I could have asked him. I asked him that, do you give interviews? That time he was like going live with Ayush and Aisha and all of those people. So when like I messaged him and he was like, I get messages every day, but I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So he said, first show me the questions. So I said, okay, let's get on a call. I'll explain all the questions to you. He was like, let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, okay, that's something nice. So he's like, yeah, because nobody has ever asked me those kind of questions, and I never thought that a magician could have so many questions coming up.
True, 100% questions. I think the more we ask the questions which we feel or we have faced something related to it, it becomes more and more interesting for the other person to answer that. Because like
Yes.
if I would have asked you normally कि क्या career लेना चाहिए, क्या trending है, किसमें ज़्यादा पैसे
Hmm.
आएंगे, you would definitely have got bored of it because you already have
Yeah.
done those things with other people.
But there are no answers to those. I'm not even kidding. There are no answers to. I mean, how can I say what careers are trending? I mean, even if they are, which I am going to record a video today because I've made a script of it. But if, for example, if I tell you that, okay, podcasting is great, and if I tell this to an introvert person and he'll be like, bro, I can't talk. How can you just suggest me that? So the reason why I don't put out so much content about career is because I'm scared. Mera video dekh ke if a person gets influenced to do something, and if that is not meant for that person, then I don't want that to happen. Because
Hmm.
three of my guests have told me this, ki during my time, we faced this very bad career counselor who suggested us this. And I fear that. I don't want to be that. Come on.
True, true.
So probably that is the reason I don't talk a lot about career in general as to what should you do, what should you not be doing. Like, for example, even examples I gave centric to you because I know the things
Hmm.
that you've just spoken. I cannot talk about an XYZ person who have not counseled or not known.
True, 100%. And I think when we talk about career in general as well, it is not just about selecting the field. Like what we talk, it is about the mentality which a person has, and then the person has to decode their own mentality, and to decode that, you just don't have to decode it with your own perspective which you have about yourself. You you can get help from your teachers, your parents, because they know you from a completely different perspective. You cannot check your paper and cut your marks, but your teacher can. And if
Yes.
you can get that perspective कि तुम्हारे marks इस वजह से कटे हैं, you will definitely improve. अगर तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स ने बोला है
Absolutely.
कि you cannot do multiple things at one time, then obviously they know it because they have in in your childhood they would have tried to do something like that. तभी तो वो लोग बोल रहे हैं.
Mm,
It just as you don't recall that incident doesn't mean that the thing hasn't happened with you. And I think
that's there.
I am a seeker of perspective. And when you gave that perspective of, like when I said कि people have natural influence of their parents' career on them, and when you gave that answer that it also depends on what kind of situation they go through in terms of accepting or knowing their parents' career. That perspective I didn't had. I always have the notion कि हाँ, पेरेंट्स का इन्फ्लुएंस, नेचुरल इन्फ्लुएंस होता है, दैट्स ऑल. But you gave me that perspective कि influence can be of different types and that affect differently, and that intrigued me, and that made me think that I can have this person on podcast, because not just this, I will I have many questions, I have my own theories, and I want to get more perspective on that.
Yeah, it generally happens, I mean, your question was something that I really liked at that instance, and it is something that I've been facing a lot of times when I get so many people coming for counseling sessions. So that was something, out of all the people that I have taken live, I just got two amazing questions, and one of them was yours.
Super honored to have that. So I
Great
really,
then.
really a big thank you for coming on the podcast and breaking down my own theories, bringing new perspective to students, and I'm definitely sure I'm going to recommend to all my juniors who are in 10th and 12th, and help them to see their lives with a different perspective.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Come, get your friends. We'll give them a discount. Come.
Sure,
Special Jai
100%.
discount.
Sure,
Jai's
sure,
podcast
done.
discount. We'll give you a cue. We'll give you a code and all. Let's do this.
Sure, chalo, done. We'll do something
Thank you
like
so
that.
much, Jai. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.